Hey, what is going on, bots? Welcome back to another video. My name is Freaky. This is a Q&A. I know, I haven't done one of these in a while, but I decided to have you guys ask me some questions mid kind of live stream, and I had some posted on my YouTube channel. You guys can see them usually when you go up in your normal or open up YouTube. They'll usually be in the sort of feed area, but I get a lot of you guys actually interacting with me on there, which is actually kind of nice to see. It's insane. I get like sometimes 100 and some people interacting with polls and stuff that I post, so that's insane. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. But I decided, why not bring back the Q&A series? Haven't done one of these in a while. I'll probably do one of these once every couple weeks or so, maybe once a week if we get a lot of questions, but I don't want to sit here and answer the same questions you guys ask me over and over again. Otherwise, the series gets saturated a little too much, and then it gets a little boring for me to make because I'm answering the same questions. So if you guys have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below before we start this video. And bing, bada, boom, let's go into our first one. The first question comes from Turtle Gaming. He says, what is your favorite game? I actually have a couple of favorite games, and I'm going to kind of answer this with a lot of them because I don't really have a certain favorite game, but I'm going to tell you guys the ones that I loved when I was growing up. So, first of all, there's the Toy Story games. Yeah, Toy Story. These games, I don't know what it was about them. I loved them. And the Lego games, Lego series, all of them, I think it was like the Star Wars games, the Indiana Jones game, the racing Lego games. Those are all super, super fun to me. Half-Life was such a crazy game in my life. When I first got into PC gaming, it was Half-Life. And there's something about the sci-fi atmosphere of aliens and zombies, and it really helped mold kind of my gaming experience that I really love. And the movies back then were very based around that, so that game really shaped what I like in gaming as a whole. Also, the Max Payne games. The first Max Payne was actually kind of trippy when I was like 9 years old, so it's pretty incredible to watch, especially when you had to do like pain medications and go through some flashbacks and stuff. Very, very odd to see when you're 9 years old, but I love that game. Stub Zombies. That game was incredible. If you guys have never played Stub Zombies or never heard of it, go look it up after this video. That game was very, very unique. Same as Kill All Humans, I believe it was, which was like an alien UFO-based game. Both of these games had humor involved in them. They weren't taken seriously. They were very child-friendly is kind of the worst way I could describe it, but it made you laugh when you were a kid, when you could throw your arm on a person and it would control the person just with your zombie hand. Super, super funny. There's a lot of weird moments in these games, especially the one where you're killing all the humans. That one, you could literally probe some lady, and then you could control her that way. Both of the games, very, very similar. Those are probably my top games as a kid, and I will always remember. Same as Time Splitters. Time Splitters was fantastic. One of the best FPS shooters that I've ever seen on a console next to GoldenEye back in the day. Super, super underrated games, and I really hope Time Splitters comes back. If you guys haven't seen that either, you're missing out, man. You had a rough childhood if you've never played any of the games that I'm talking about in this video. The second question comes from Edman Gaming. He said, what made you want to do YouTube? Who or what inspired your name on your channel? And if you were stuck playing 3 games, what games would you pick to play forever? So what made me want to start YouTube? I always go back to this one guy. I believe his name was something IRock, and then has the rocker symbol, like the /M/. That guy back in the day, I think it was IJustine GE3 or something like that. His name was weird. He had a couple of YouTube channels, but he did this kind of like weird skit type personality where he pretended he was some dumb guy, and then he said he was the best at everything. He was the best at Guitar Hero. He was the best at whatever. I thought that was pretty funny, so that's kind of what made me want to really start doing YouTube, and I started with skits, and then I started doing gaming. So who or what inspired your name on your channel? My name is just kind of something that I kind of got picked on for. I always felt like I was some sort of freak, and a lot of people looked at me that way because back in the day, I was just kind of like this nerdy kid that kind of got into like this weird, I wouldn't say emo scene because I wasn't like fully emo. I was kind of like a skater emo kid. and I started going into like the body modifications. I started stretching my ears out really big, and then I had to get surgery for that. I'll have stories on my channel about that. But that kind of is what inspired my name, honestly. And if you were stuck playing 3 games, what games would you pick to play forever? This one I had to kind of think of a little bit. I had to take a little breather to think about what games I would play. Gmod for the pure chaos of that I can do anything I want in that game, and it's just mod friendly, so I could basically play the Half-Life series if I wanted to throughout that game. I could play games like CSGO just by modding it. And that game overall, there's a lot of game modes and stuff that I could play, and that it wouldn't get boring until, you know, years and years go by. So probably Gmod. It's still super fun today. There's a lot of things you can do, and it's still sticking true. Custom zombies probably would be my second thing. I know this isn't the game, but it is something that I like to play. I like playing like zombies maps and stuff. It would get my the blood flowing when I need to flow. I can play multiple custom zombies maps because they keep coming out, and I could even probably play the normal maps because a lot of these people just remake them. So probably that. I would say custom zombies. And my third one is kind of a random one. I just kind of thought about this. Probably Mario Kart. Just for the simple fact, I don't play Mario Kart really anymore, and I'd love to. And I kind of miss that game, and that used to be a little bit of part of my childhood that I really, really liked. And it's a fun racing game that I don't really have to take too seriously. Now, for the third question, Germ the Man. What's up, Germ? He says, what's your worst fear? This is something that I've thought for a long time. Like, I don't know. It's a close running up. I've always thought that it would be terrifying to get buried alive, and I always thought that would be the worst thing. There was this movie that was based around that premise. I don't know if you guys ever seen it. I believe it was just called Buried, or maybe something like that, and the dude is just in a coffin trying to get rescued, and he's down there buried alive, obviously. And I always thought that was super, super terrifying. But my stuff has grown. I think sitting out in the ocean, the middle of the ocean, getting left out in the middle of the ocean, waking up in the middle of the ocean, and not having anything around you besides just the horizon and the water and not knowing what's beneath you, that terrifies me so, so much. So that is probably my worst fear. Sykes with our fourth question. He says, do you enjoy playing Black Ops 4, and are you planning on bringing back any series to the channel, Sniper Sundays, Zombies, etc.? I did enjoy playing Black Ops 4. Like I said in the videos for the live comps, I hated it the first day, started liking it more the second day of the beta, and the third day of the beta, the last one, I actually started enjoying it a lot more as I started recognizing how the game is supposed to be played and what you needed to unlock to basically enjoy it, which is why I feel like a lot of people didn't enjoy it. And I always see myself now playing FPS shooters where I actually want to heal myself as I'm getting damaged. So there is a thing that I actually really liked about the game, which is that. And are you planning on bringing back this series? Yes, 100% sure I will be bringing back the Sniper Sunday series. If you guys don't know the Sniper Sunday series, only the OGs on the channel will understand it. The only bots out there that will understand it. I was actually a fairly good sniper on all the COD games back in the day. Hit some feeds doing live comms and stuff, and they were super, super fun and super entertaining to watch, even just for me re-watching them over again. I sometimes go back and re-watch some of the Sniper Sundays days, and they're really, really fun. So, yes, I will be bringing back Sniper Sundays and probably Zombies as well, as long as Zombies doesn't get stale and I don't feel like I'm forcing myself to do series on it over and over again, you know? So, our fifth question comes from Fernando Navarro. He says, when did you lose your virginity? I was 16 years old, and it was quite a thing. I believe I have a story of it on my channel, actually. And the last question comes from Marshall King. He says, fuck, marry, kill, Sniperwolf, OMGItsFireFoxx, and IJustine. I feel like I've answered this before a long, long time ago, probably 3 years ago, but I'm going to do it again. We're going to, first of all, we're going to have to marry Firefox. I feel like I just have to. Like, dude, she's like a goddess, I'm going to have to say, for sure. I definitely would. She seems like she has a really good personality, and she's just gorgeous anyways. And IJustine, I would have married you, but I can't because I can only marry one person, so I'm going to have to do it with you, okay? I'm going to have to do it, and we're going to have to kill Sniperwolf. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. This has been a Q&A. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave them down in the comment section. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button and the bell button so you don't miss any videos that I upload to the channel. Hope you guys did enjoy. Drop a like on it, and I will see you guys in the next video.